2001. She was the silver medalist in the 600 meters at the U-Sports Indoor Championships. There is the full start list. Avery Pearson in 1, Jazz Shukla in 2, Barrett in 3, Townsend in 4, Andrews Paul in 5, Aurora Rinda in 6, Olivia Cooper in 7, and Nicole Bauer in 8. It is the women's 800-meter final.
Well, Adam, 5 of these women have run 2:01 mid or better in their lifetimes, including Imogen Barrett in 3. She set her personal best of 2 minutes 0.96 in April and was 4th at last year's NCAA Outdoor Championships, running for the University of Florida. Keep an eye on her. Addie Townsend as well, 2:01:24 is her best. Competed at the World Championships last year in this event.
And as they cut to the inside, it's Bauer. Is that Bauer going onto the early lead here, Kate?
I think she's maybe taking on some pace setting duties. You see her just looking behind now, and she's gone out like a rocket. Just will do well to continue paying attention to where the field is. They don't seem to have much interest in going with her. And again, I think the conditions are probably affecting that. She slows way down to let the pack catch her. And it is not surprising that they're going a bit slower than probably what was prescribed. It looks as though we might have a pretty slow opening 400 meters here. About 62 seconds, so that is quite slow. And that's Aurora Rinda into the lead proper. She runs for the University of Michigan. She was 7th at the NCAA Championships this year, also 8th indoors. She's a 2:01:35 gal from a couple years ago. And it looks as though Bauer is staying in this, maybe steps off now. Keep an eye on Jazz Shukla. She's making a push now in lane 2. And she's another very capable athlete, having run 2 minutes 0.67 last year, 2 minutes 0.84 this year in May. As you mentioned, won the Inferno, and she's into the lead now with less than 200 meters to go.
So it's Shukla followed by Andrews Paul, who won La Classique. So a couple of recent winners looking to continue their success. Barrett in the mix as well. She's out into lane 2. She's now into second, trying to chase down Shukla, but Shukla's got herself a big lead. And Jazz Shukla's going to pick up another victory here on the National Track and Field Tour.
It looks as though that may have been a negative split for her, which is one of the hardest ways to run an 800, but she timed that perfectly, just biding her time through that first lap and then turning on the burners with about 250 meters to go. The real Commonwealth affair on the track here with an Australian, a New Zealand, and a bunch of Canadian athletes. But Jazz Shukla 2:03:60 and wins by a healthy margin. She's just continued improving week after week, month after month. And there you see, as Bauer drops, Shukla takes to the lead. She's got kind of a rocking and rolling style, but it really works for her. 200 meters to go, and this is where she shows that endurance. Really pulling away now into the final meters. Quick look over the shoulder. She doesn't need to. That is Barrett closing hard, the Australian, who just set a personal best at those Aussie Championships in April. But Jazz Shukla clearing away ahead of the rest of the field by a nice gap. And big smiles all around there between her and teammates and competitors. 2:03:60 for Shukla, wins by over a second. 2:04:71 for Imogen Barrett, and then Aurora Rinda 2:04:82 will round out your top 3 and your only athletes under 2:05 on this very windy challenge.